in both the Midwest region and the Great Lakes. And we're going back to the Midwest for a game that was supposed to have been played last night, but weather prohibited that. Today, Wisconsin and Minnesota state champs will get together in the Midwest with an opportunity to move a little closer to Williamsport. Everybody's got the dance steps working. Doesn't take lots of practice, does it, fellas? These guys are very mobile, very agile. Book on Isaac Wolf is there's no base he can't get to. Scorched to left field and right on line to the left fielder, and a savvy one at that, and Axel Meyer went out our field defensively. First pitch swinging up the middle, base hit. Guys have come out aggressive so far here in the top of the first for Kenosha. Tyler Kelly. Greg Polda is the first base coach, and Rob Cibrario is the coach in the dugout. On to second base goes Owen Eichen. The current one, which is baseball, followed by football and then basketball. Toward right field and over the right fielder's head, Ola Granuski. That will score a run. In the meantime, Kelly in the third with a stand-up triple. So a one-out single, a three-base hit to right. And Kenosha Little League strikes first. And Tyler Kelly, wearing the lucky number 13, never gets rattled, according to his coach. And he showed it right there. Now Greg Polda with a toward right field, and we saw that there. That went towards center field, hit pretty deep. Hauled in center field by Eddie Schiraldi. Easy play for Tyler Kelly to score, and Wisconsin leads 2-0. So a sac fly for Greg Polda. Next start. Toward right field, down the line, and fair! Good play by Granuski to get the ball in. But the third hit of the inning. And they're spraying them all over the place. Back to the pitcher. In the first for Wisconsin, 2 runs and 3 hits. We'll introduce you to the batting order of 13 from Wisconsin. Fastest player on the team. See if he can beat out the grounder. Out by a step. Isaac Wolf on to Benny Saturali, 1 out. Look down to Brandon Broxy, who's the third base coach. Jake Newell is coaching at first, and the manager, Jason Barth, is in the dugout. 2 outs. Quick work by pitcher Alex Ikonich. Broxy hitting in the third hole here. And a base hit into left field, and like that center field. Hit well, diving stop attempted by Beckett Smith, who by the way makes a career though. John Budnick at second, David Snyder umpiring at third. Up the middle, towards short. Easy play for Beckett Smith, steps on the base, hitting over. Minnesota gets a 2-out hit. 0-11. Sky toward left field and deep, but it will not leave the yard. Axel Meyer draws it in, 2 outs. Gave it a ride. That'll bring up Zach X. In the top of the second, Wisconsin got 2 in the first to take the lead. And the inning is over. First strikeout of the game for pitcher Owen Riggs. Evan Barth will lead off the Minnesota second. He's a big-time baseball card collector, as a number of these kids are. Back to the pitcher, diving stop by Ikonich, 1 out. Alex had to stretch out a little bit. Full count pitch. Up the middle, base hit. Second in the game for Minnesota. Ola Granuski's aboard with 1 out. Both hits have been to center field. Sun-drenched crowd today in Whitestown. Past the catcher, on the second base goes Ola Granuski. So here's a scoring opportunity. Mardan's on a strikeout. First of the game for pitcher Alex Ikonich. Left center field. It's a gapper. Ola Granuski will score, and into second with a stand-up double is Axelmeyer. And Minnesota's on the board, 2-1. Good wood in this inning for Minnesota batters with two nicely timed hits. That makes it 2-1. And let's see if we have a pitching change coming up in lieu of the pitch count. Or maybe, and we're going to send our guy as long as he needs to go. Bentley Van Pay on the mound now in relief. That headed to right field, base hit. Will they send the runner? Yes, they will. Here comes the throw to home plate. He is safe, and the game is tied. Grady Newhall comes through, and Minnesota has answered Wisconsin's 2 runs in the first to even it up at 2. Another well-placed hit in the inning. This time toward right field. Nice throw by Connor Bowman. And they came back to win the winner-take-all game in Game 7. Inning over, but not before Minnesota puts together 2 runs and 3 hits. After 2, we're tied. The Pirates and Cardinals. We start the third, and the hitting continues. Gavin McCluskey leads off with a base hit. Each team with 2 runs and 4 hits. And a terrific display of batting so far in this game. Leading the American League in home runs. The Yankees have been on a roll lately in a battle with Baltimore, and this one gets away from the catcher. And as a result, Gavin McCluskey is on to second base. So the Phillies and the Pirates have been in the Classic twice. Base hit center field. Runner around third's got the green light to come home. And Wisconsin gains the lead back 3-2 on a base hit by Alex Iconich, scoring the group. And it worked nicely. Headed towards short. Out at second. Force play implemented by Jones Broxy. Good story about Gavin Lux. He struggled during the first part of the season. Now throwing to center field and at second base. Moving on to second. And immediately the batting picked up. That one in the dirt and a runner on the third. In fact, since the All-Star break, he's had 5 multiple hit games. As Uncle knows best, huh? 2-1 pitch. Up the middle, base hit, another run home. Alex Wolf comes through with some 2-out hitting, and Wisconsin back up by 2, 4-2. It's been a hitting clinic in this game for both teams. Left-handed thrower, almost 100 pounds at 5'4" and age 12. Trying to stop this hot hitting Kenosha Little League team in the late steal coming up. And implemented nicely by Isaac Wolf. Of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Toward left field, hit pretty deep, but not deep enough. Hauled in a one-handed catch by Kirkpatrick. Inning over. Wisconsin gets 2 runs though and 3 hits. Let's see if Minnesota can answer. The championship was played here for the Central region. This is year 50 for girls softball. Charlie Watson out on strikes. 1 out in the third. Headed to center field and drops in, base hit. Just past the second baseman, Isaac Wolf. Skied toward right field. Drake Lahovic with the catch. That's the second out of the inning, and we flipped the lineup games and continue to play before they understand the difficulty of the injury. Smacks that one to left field. His arm is quite healthy there. He's aboard. And now toward right field. Two-handed catch by Drake Lahovic, his second put out of the inning. Minnesota strands 2 and halfway thick, a good hitting. First pitch hitter. And as soon as I mentioned clean, that likely is going to be our first error of the game unless. Ball gets away, and on to second base goes Tyler Kelly. So immediately Wisconsin man into Minnesota in a 2-run hole. Down to third base. Runner frozen. Now we'll try to advance. And wisely no throw from the first baseman, Owen Riggs. Because well on to third on the ground out was Tyler Kelly. Had to throw the ball when the runner had already advanced into third. Headed left field base hit. Bentley Van Pay 2 for 2. Another RBI single for Wisconsin. Its largest lead now 5-2 as Tyler Kelly scores. Congratulations from first base coach Greg Pulda. That towards short, out at second for the force. And he sent Torelli retired. Bentley. That's ball 4, and Wisconsin has 2 on with 2 outs. So the inning continues as Benny Santorelli strolling in the morning. The other will come back at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon against North Dakota in an elimination bracket. Now runners at second. Munster, Indiana, which lost to Jasper, the Indiana State champion. Just the opposite, just 10 were available. Inning over, and Wisconsin gets 1 and leaves 2. Jones Broxy. Then it was a sand field for the girls. Now it's green grass for the boys. First pitch hitting for Jones Broxy. He is retired in right field, 1 out, and a catch by short in the first. Popped up on the infield and handled nicely by the pitcher, Connor Bauman. 2 changed by Connor Bauman and just missed. 1 and 2 already. 2 outs of the inning. Bauman makes quick work of Minnesota and St. Louis Park. After 4, indeed, 6 pitches total. To short. Jones Broxy. The first on the hop. Grabbed by Owen. Gavin McCluskey started a 3rd inning rally with a hit. Now he grounds 1 toward third. 2 outs of the inning. Cameron Howell over the first, and Anderson. Hamilton Nessa. His favorite team's having a good year, the Dodgers. Line to short. Right at Jones Broxy. All infield outs. Minnesota's got 6 outs to work with. Basketball and hockey. Toward left field. Down the line, base hit. Owens 2 for 2 in the game. Well, this will at 7 Eastern. To the outfield, dropping in to center. Runners now at first and second with nobody out. Minnesota's got it cranked up here. Motionless in center field. Toward left field. Runners won't be able to advance on this one. Owen Hemphill shading his eyes against the sun. 1 out. Up the middle, base hit. They'll hold the runner at third, but the bases are loaded now for St. Louis Park. 9th hit of the game. Brady Newhall 2 for 2. Represents the go-ahead run. Headed to right field down the line. It'll score 1. And off the overthrow, it will score 2, and the runners can advance to second and third. Bennett Kirkpatrick comes through. It's a 5-4 game. Oh man, how can the fortunes of Little League Baseball can change? Opposite field hit for Bennett Kirkpatrick. Scored 1, and then off the overthrow to home plate, scored another, and equally as important, allowed the runners. Shaky right now at best. Here's the pitch. To the right side of the diamond, stop by the first baseman, and everybody's safe, and the game is tied. Base hit, Charlie Watson brings home Grady Newhall. A 3-spot for Minnesota in the inning, and we're even at 5. It was a tough play to begin with, but off the deflection. So Bennett Kirkpatrick, who's been a star in this inning, is at third. Charlie Watson at second. Everybody in on the infield, and that hit. Luke Tharp and the bases are loaded. 5-5 tie. Left field, a gapper. Could clear the bases. 1 is in. 2 is in. They're going to try to make it the hat trick. 8-5 Minnesota. On a 3-run double by Cam Dvorak. Beautifully placed hit between the left and center fielders all the way to the fence. Dvorak gets credit for 3 runs batted in. Minnesota has exploded here in the 5th. Good stop at short, long throw over the first. Save! And the hitting continues. Cameron Dvorak going to third. And now off the delayed steal, Cameron Howell gets the second as Wisconsin fight and try to go home. Grounded to short. Only play at first base. Scores another run. RBI for Owen Riggs. A 7-spot in the inning now for Minnesota. Men have come to the plate. Toward first base, that will end it. Huge inning, though, for Minnesota. Staring defeat in the eyes. Now looking at a possible win. Ikonich up the middle. And he will have a base hit. So Wisconsin trying to start a rally of its own. Alex now 2 for. Cam Dvorak trying to finish things off for Minnesota. Long throw over the first is in time. Alex Ikonich advances to second. This one popped up on the infield. Isaac Wolf retired, and now Minnesota out away. From retiring Wisconsin and moving on to win the game. Combined 21 hits in this game. That past the catcher. Runner on the third, sliding in. Runners. Runners at first and third. Wisconsin not through yet. Iowa, Missouri, 4 o'clock. Towards center field, that's hit deep. That is gone! Tyler Kelly, a 3-run blast. And back comes Wisconsin. It's 9-8. That celebration at home plate looks like a walk-off, doesn't it? He hit a bomb there. These two teams have been a lot of fun to watch. They treat this game like they're in the batting cage. You got ball in the outfield. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 6th inning. Popped up. Ball game. Luvonda Anderson with a catch. And a fun game this afternoon between Minnesota and Wisconsin. Minnesota advances to face South Dakota tomorrow morning at 9. And at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon, it'll be an elimination game between North Dakota and Wisconsin. Hope you enjoyed it. There was a thrill a minute in this one. Come on back in 90 minutes. We'll be in the winner's bracket for Iowa and Missouri. Chucky Kemp will have that for you, followed by Indiana and Illinois. Thank you for joining us.